All right, CFM, good afternoon. It is time for our Thursday workout. We're going to start with deadlifts today, but not just any deadlifts. They're going to be ninja deadlifts. So we're going to be silent and deadly today. All right, 3 rounds through, 10 calorie row bike or ski, 10 reps of our band Romanian deadlift. So for the band Romanian deadlift, all I really care about is that you're getting a really good stretch of the hamstrings. Not really a big deal how much band you use, as long as your back is staying nice and straight and your knees are not bending that much, okay? So we wanna emphasize the squeeze of the glutes at the top, stretch of the hamstrings at the bottom, okay? And then after that, our hollow hold. So we'll be on the ground. On the hollow hold, I know everybody, you wanna stretch all the way out and be just barely off the ground, but a lot of times in that position, your back is actually arching up away from the ground. And in order to do the hollow position, we have to have your back pressed, like the small of your back needs to be pressed hard to the floor. We need to start from this position, and it's the easiest to get to if you'll hug your knees and then try to keep your hip bones up off the ground as you reach out. And you'll feel a significant change in difficulty if you'll do it that way. And I can barely hold right here without my hips sinking to the ground. I don't know if you can see that or not, but significant amount of difficulty holding those hip bones up off the ground like that, okay? 3 rounds through that little circuit. Then we're gonna get to our deadlifts. And again, the ninja deadlifts are just contacting the ground, but contacting the ground silently when we do our deadlifts. So you are going to have to control the speed on the way down so that when you get to the ground, there's no clink or clang or bang, anything like that. If we hear a ninja deadlift, if I hear you, then the enemy can hear you as well, and that's why we practice this in the gym, all right? Sorry, I have terrible dad jokes. When you're done with your ninja deadlifts, we are going to have a little quality circuit, all right? We're gonna start with weighted pull-ups or strict pull-ups. So as long as your arms are straight at the bottom, your chin is over at the top, it doesn't really matter how much resistance you use, because we are just practicing the strict version. So what we want to outlaw today is kipping, butterflying, even using the band to kip, which is possible, that is a thing. All right, we would like to stay totally strict so that we are just using the strict strength of the muscles to pull our chin up over the bar today. A couple variations on this one. You could have the dumbbell between your knees, you could have the weight with the belt around your waist and a kettlebell or a weight plate hanging down. Any of those are fine, but we're going for sets of 5 on that, and that's kind of what the whole, the rest of the workout is built around. Then we're gonna do our side lying hip circuit. This is another one that everyone always asks for. Can you program more of this, please, Matt? There's some more sarcasm there. Very challenging circuit to do when we're holding the right position. So notice the top leg is behind and my toe is pointed down, so my heel is always leading the way, even if that means I can only raise my leg this high, and that's a significant recruitment of that glute med, right? When I turn my toe up, easy, right? I can hold that all day long. Turn it like this, and I got maybe like 10 more seconds, and then I'm falling to the ground. So that's that muscle that we're trying to hit. If it feels harder to do it in a certain position, it's probably because that's the position you should be holding. So I see a lot of people start off like this, and then they immediately turn their toe up when they do it, and then turn their toe back down. You're missing out on a lot of that glute med recruitment when you do it that way. So it's leg raise, circle forward, circle backward, that's the 3rd one. Big leg swing is the 4th one. Bicycle pedal is the 5th one. And we're doing 40 total reps, or 8 of each exercise on each side. Okay, next one is gonna be a monster walk. So you have the mini band around your shins, and we're going monster walk all the way down and all the way back. Make sure you're switching it up between moving forward and moving backward and moving from the side to the side. The more that you can have your feet perpendicular or parallel to each other and press the knees out without letting your toes leave the ground, that's the best position you can be in, all right? The next one is a challenging movement from a coordination standpoint, but it's a very important movement for developing that rotary explosive strength, but in the opposite direction. So like in an opening direction as opposed to in a closing direction, okay? So we're gonna have the ball, and I won't do it right here because I need to have something behind me to throw it, but I want you to be able to see me from the front, okay? So I'm starting with the ball on one pocket. Right now it's on, this is my left side, on my left pocket. I'm gonna have a slight crouch, and I'm gonna push up, rotate, and my opposite knee, or the knee opposite the side that I'm starting from, is gonna come up. So if I'm throwing it over my right shoulder, my right knee is gonna come up like that. And I'm gonna let it bounce right behind me, roll, it should roll right out between my feet. I'll pick it back up, and then I'll go to the right side. If I start on the right side, then my left knee comes up, okay? And it rolls, and it comes right behind my body, right? So here, and then the other side, or this side. All right, that's what we want to do. And again, as with all of the medicine ball stuff that we do, anytime we're throwing a medicine ball, a lightweight medicine ball at the floor, at the wall, or at the floor, it is for velocity. It is working on an explosive hip drive into that rotational or rotary movement. And the goal there is being explosive and trying to snap the ball to the wall using the muscles in the hips and the torso, okay? And then the last one is our kickstand deadlift. So for this one, we'll have our feet slightly staggered. I'm holding the kettlebell with the opposite leg, or the opposite hand from the leg in front. And I'm gonna keep my torso nice and braced. I'm gonna go down until I feel like there's no more stretch in that front hamstring, and then I'm gonna squeeze that glute on the way up, okay? And I'm only holding it with that one hand and squeezing the glute on the way up, and then I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna do the other one, okay? So this front leg is bent, punching that hip back, keeping that knee slightly bent, and then squeezing and standing tall. You should feel a really good recruitment in the glute as you do this one, okay? So make sure when you get up to the top that you're accentuating the squeeze of that glute on the top, okay? All right, and that's it for today. That is a quality set right there, not meant to be super high intensity conditioning, but you are meant to work hard on each of the individual movements, take a little break, go on to the next one, okay? So no clock on this one, just focus on quality. That's it for today. See you guys on Friday.